So when we moved here, we had a young family. We had 4 children. The oldest was 8 years old. Our baby was a year and a half. And so I was a young father, about 35 years old. And what I found was that New Hope was an opportunity for us to serve in significant ways. We had been part of an E-Free church in Wisconsin prior to moving to Iowa. When we got here, we just felt that it was the Lord's direction that we ended up in Adel, and that's a whole God story by itself. But the fact we ended up here and then found out within a couple of weeks that New Hope Church was starting here, brand new E-Free church plant, and with our background in the E-Free Church in Wisconsin, we just felt that that was home for us. Our kids immediately felt at home with the other children and the Sunday school teachers, and we were welcomed warmly, and it just became our church home very quickly. But because it was a new church and a very small congregation, obviously, at that time, there was lots of opportunities to serve. So we were able to jump in quickly and get involved in worship team, and set up. Virtually everybody that was able-bodied was involved in setting up chairs and tables and curtains and everything else in the early years. So that was very fond memories. And then there were leadership opportunities, so things that I hadn't necessarily had opportunity to do in a larger congregation in Wisconsin. We found the need to serve as small group leaders, for couples groups. I got involved not too many years after moving here in the elder board. I was asked to serve on the elder board, and that was a significant leadership opportunity. So what I found was that God was stretching me to serve in more and more significant ways. So serving on the elder board, even as what I would consider to be a pretty young man, learned a lot through that. Significant service there. And then from there went on to things like leading the building committee when we built this beautiful building that we're sitting in today. I also served on the land acquisition committee, and then now I've returned to the elder board after a few years and served on many other committees, pastor search committees and things throughout the year. So God definitely has been stretching me throughout my time here. What I've learned over the years is to appreciate what that word family means in respect to a church. Thinking about just the relationships that are formed, how we love and care and support one another and share each other's burdens and joys and sadness, sorrows. That's been very real here. And I think that is a significant part of what the church is called to do, the body one with another. I think about God's words in Ephesians, I think it's chapter 3, verses 20 and 21. Now to him who is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine through his power that is at work in us. To him be glory through the church and through Christ, throughout all generations and forever and ever. Amen. And I just feel like that is being lived out here. There's been some.
When we started coming to New Hope Church, I would say my husband and I were just on a spiritual awakening time in our life, and it's been a journey since then of him replacing a lot of revealing of lies that we've maybe believed in our life through circumstances and situations in our past. And so he's worked in our life to peel back those layers and allow us the freedom to live as he created us to be, and the freedom for him to be present within us and love and reach his people. New Hope Church to me is, and it's how we started coming here. It was a place where people were actually living and relating and moving in a way that showed that Jesus Christ indeed had accomplished everything and lives in them. And so I would say New Hope Church to me means a constant, something that just remains unchanged and lets us learn to live and relate within that.